Hello, my name is Nick Pope, formerly from the British UFO Desk, and you're listening to the Galactic Family Podcast.
What a great job. All I can say is amazing. Ooh, what happened? Hello? Draconi? I don't know where he's at. Oh, goodness. What's going on?
What happened?
I don't know.
Can you hold it?
All right, sorry about that. All right, so I just had some internet problems right there, but yeah,
You startled me.
gosh, like it always starts out bad, you know what I mean? With every first podcast that starts, it always starts out on a sour note, but I mean I'm hoping that everybody liked the introduction video that was out there, and everybody likes what we're all about. This is the Galactic Disclosure Movement, and what we are about is well. First, I want to welcome everybody here, and before we start, I wanted to actually give a huge shout out to Nick Pope. Nick Pope is one of the people that have sponsored the show, and he will be helping us along the way. As far as advice, Nick Pope is a great guy. So huge shout out to Nick Pope. And,
Thank you, Nick.
Yeah, definitely, Nick. My now, my name is Draconi. Actually, I'm a retired U.S. Army sergeant, Bronze Star recipient. In addition to my Wiccan background and holding the title of High Priest, I have a doctorate in metaphysics, and I have over 20 years experience researching, exploring the paranormal and the unexplained mysteries, metaphysical, the sciences behind it. What you're going to do is you're going to join us as we embark on this new mystery together. It's going to be about the supernatural and how the supernatural and science and history intersect. We're also going to be joined by my good friend, Angel over here.
Hey, how you doing, Draconi?
Doing great. Doing great.
Good.
Now, her star seed. Now, mine is my star seed actually comes from a different star system than hers. Hers is actually the Larian. And now I did make fun of her because about 2 weeks ago we had to, slow it down a little bit with the podcast because she was lost in space a little bit. But that's all right. It's all right. You
I've
caught up.
been lost in space since the day I was born.
You caught up though. You're
That's
here.
okay.
You're
I'm here. I'm here on time too. That's a good thing, son.
Now they're very good with wisdom, and you're gonna get a lot of wisdom out of this girl here. She's mentored a lot of people and is very, very good at seeing the inner person in people. When you talk to her.
Well,
Now,
you.
oh, you're welcome. You're very welcome. Now, we believe in one motto only, that we humans are all one species born of Earth to spread liberty, and justice throughout the galaxy. That's what we believe in. That's the mission. Now, also our movement is over truth over secrecy. We're also about spreading peace, love, and understanding to the far reaches of the cosmos.
That's right.
We're not about keeping secrets here. This isn't a secret keeping family. This is a family that's based off of love, trust, and understanding. We are also you're not alone. Okay? You're not alone here. You're never alone. You have a voice and it will be heard, either on this podcast or others, but you're more than welcome to come here and we will make sure that your story is told. Now, as far as our guiding principles and everything, as far as the Galactic podcast and the Galactic, family podcast and the disclosure movement, these are our guiding principles. It is arrogant to believe one stands above another. Peace, love, and understanding. We are all one species born of Earth to spread liberty and light throughout the galaxy. And together, we're going to walk this path of enlightenment together.
That's right. And anyone who wants to join.
Yeah, anybody at all. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put actually the link because we're going to be sharing some videos, some pictures here in a few minutes. Get into some stuff because that's what this podcast is going to be all about. Now, when we sit there and we think about it, there's a lot of things in this world that doesn't make sense. Not anymore. You've got drones flying everywhere. You've got them over major cities. You've got them over military installations. You've got them over airports, shutting down airport airspace. Like, things are changing and we need to be able to evolve and change with them. Now, as far as pictures goes, I've got a couple that I want to actually share here with you guys. One is from actually, we'll go through all three of these as soon as I get them all situated here on my screen and in order. But yeah, these are pictures that were sent to me by Angel of a abduction taking place literally. And I was blown away. I got to tell you, I saw these pictures and I thought, wow. So let's get into it here.
They are pretty real and they're pretty much amazing.
Let's get
I
into
thought I
it.
was getting stars that night.
All right, so here we go here. We'll start screen sharing here. Oh, that's what I gotta do. See, it's always nice to mess around with stuff beforehand. That way you know what you're doing.
Well, you've been pretty much a busy guy there.
I'm trying. All right, so here we go. Here's what we got here. Can everybody see this? Hold on, let me get it on the screen there. Aha, there we go. All right. So what we got here, and I'll zoom in for you guys so you guys can see.
It's amazing. Holy man. Didn't realize I was getting these pictures.
This right here, is that good right there, Angel?
Yeah, I can see it beautifully.
All right, so go ahead and explain what you got. Explain the beginning of this picture here.
Well, honestly, if you want me to be honest, I thought I was just getting some strange looking stars up in the sky that night. I didn't realize the 3 pictures I took all came out to being step by step as far as what I see here is the red opening up like it's just coming out as maybe what their portal.
Yeah.
So, and then the second one was, well, if you have that one.
Yes, I do. Let me bring that
And
up.
you know, you're the one that brought this to my attention. I think I showed you the second one first.
Yeah, this is the second one here.
No, that's the third one. The second one would be where she's being taken. They're being taken up.
Yep, I have that one too. Oh, not that one. We'll get into that one later. All right, the second one, that one.
Yep, there he or she is.
Now, there's a little orb down here at the bottom.
Okay, that I never took. Yeah.
It seems to show up every time, but it's over the ground, so it's like. And then you have this, and I just, whew. I don't know, people. You got to tell me, like.
Where's the third picture at?
That's incredible right there. The third picture
is where she was going. Yeah, the one that was the second one you showed first.
Right here.
Yep, you can see him going. Now she's going through, or he, but she does look like a she when you really enlarge it.
Oh yes, most definitely. You sit there, you enlarge this one.
Yep, my God.
You can plainly see that that's a female with long hair.
Yep. And she looked young.
Not her feet. She's grabbing her feet maybe in that picture. She's like, maybe her hands are like grabbing the bottom of her feet and her feet are spread apart.
I'm not sure. I just know that
or her
I
hands
didn't really
back like she's flying or something.
Yep. Yeah, that's amazing.
It really is.
I know.
Like, I couldn't believe it when you sent these pictures to me. And I guarantee you that people are going to be amazed when they start seeing these pictures at the same time, too.
And then the picture, where's the last one?
Then we'll go back to the last one here.
That one there is where you see her going up in.
We can zoom in as far as we can here. And you see, like, it's opening. There is
Yeah.
a portal-like structure to this from somewhere else. And you even see, oh, I didn't notice that before. You see
No.
this on the very left of it. Look at the very left. Right here.
Mhm. Yep, I see it.
It looks like a little like worm. Like a bunch of worms like coming out of the hole.
Ugh.
Hmm.
Well, I don't know. I was amazed when you brought this to my attention. But I must say kudos because that's some pretty good picture taken.
No, kudos to you. I don't know how the heck you got these pictures in the first
That's
place.
what I'm
You went
saying.
outside to take the pictures.
Kudos to me is what I'm saying.
Wow.
That's some downright. It was amazing, and I got what I've seen from all three of those pictures. They were in steps. I don't know. That just don't happen.
No, and that's incredible. That's incredible. So
Well,
let's go
thank
on
you.
here. Like we've got other pictures as well that we can share here. I'm gonna go ahead and bring us up to 2 again. Let's see here. Instead of going over some pictures, I know people want to see videos. Videos are everywhere. They want to see some strange stuff. They want to see something they haven't seen before. So I'm going to show you guys a TR3B. Hello, Lady Daniel. Thank you for joining us in the chat. I appreciate you joining us. I will show you guys a TR3B right now. We are going to bring it up here. All right, give me a second here to bring it up, and then we'll bring up you a TR3B.
Well, I haven't figured all this out completely, but I'm trying to just say hello in the comment.
I am starting to very slowly, but it's working. All right.
Well, I see we have a guest here, Lady Danielle, and I just wanted to say hello.
Oh yeah, definitely, Mom. You can also talk to her in the chat as well too.
I'm trying. No, I was just trying to figure all that out. I was just trying to. I see people come in. I wanted to just write it down and say, hey.
Hello
Yeah,
from the lady.
see, yeah, I can't seem to say hello back. I don't know if she can hear me.
Oh, she can hear you.
Okay.
All right, so let's go over this one. So we got the TR3B here. Now this video is very crazy, okay? This is a U.S. Army made aircraft, Mom.
I see that. Love, you want to see this? Love, come over here. Come join the podcast.
They got this. This, I believe, was sighted over Italy or the European Union. One of them, the European Union, I believe. Now, normal alien craft, right? Whoop. Let's stop right here. Hold on. Wait. Oh, wait. Let's back it up 1 second here. Normal alien craft do not need fins on the back of them to stabilize them. You know what I mean? You don't need any fins on the back to stabilize these planes, okay? And this plane, it defies the laws of gravity. Look at this. It's gone. And we built this.
Come on.
It literally disappears into a bubble. We built this kind of craft, and I don't know what we're doing now. You know what I mean? Like, we have so much stuff going on. We have portals opening up in malls. We have a portal opening up in the mall in Florida.
That's what they're saying.
I got it. I got the video.
Yep.
Let's bring it up. Let's bring up this video. That's right. I got the video. That's inside the mall in Florida.
Wow, check this out, love. That's a real life portal opening.
Courtesy of TikTok, of course. But, you know, this guy pulled it right off the security feed. And
Wow.
it's you can see, like, all right, if this was imaginary, they're making this stuff up. Somebody did a darn good job of paying all these people off to react the way they did, jumping over these benches like they are.
Yeah, I see that.
Like, you see the guy on the left? He's like, oh, heck no, I'm gone.
Yep.
And then they start running,
Yep.
sliding down. That's what I'd be doing. And then there's this guy. Oh, yeah, let's get closer. Let's go ahead and walk closer. Well, I got another video to show you on that one of why not to get close to a portal that opens, okay?
Oh my God. Hey, hi, George.
I got one that is, I got one video in here that's awesome, okay? We're going to present it now. This screen share is going to wicked you out, all right? Now, you remember how everybody's talking about portals, right? Now, the mall in Florida was one, okay? The mall in Florida was only one. But you also had the mall in China. Nobody talked about that because this video just leaked. And I got it. Let's go through it. Here we go. First portal opens. Running for their dear lives. Everyone. Boom. And then everybody's curious, like, hey, what was that? What was that? All right. Keep going. Keep going. Now, what not to do when you see a portal opening up next to you. Let's watch these guys on the security camera. Oh, so cool. So cool. Wonder what happens when I walk through it.
Well, let's see.
Come on, man. Come with me. And he's gone.
Boy.
Like, you cannot make this stuff up in the parking lot. And he's gone.
Well, some take their chances, don't they?
I am not going through a portal to another world unless I know I got a way back.
Right on.
Come on now. And then you got things that are by the sun. Okay. Now, everybody also talks about the sun, right? So the sun and solar flares and everything like that, right? What if an alien civilization was trying to help Earth by sucking plasma out of the sun and making it so that less eruptions occur? That could be a thing. Now, that could definitely be a thing because I could sit there and I'll show you a video now of a spacecraft that was seen by NASA, by the sun, on a video that was seen sucking plasma from the sun. Now, you could do two things with plasma. You can use it as fuel. You can use it at, well, a couple hundred different million things with plasma. Energy, heat, anything. So what we're saying here is that maybe somebody out there is saying, we're going to help you guys out a little bit. We're going to give you a chance. We're going to give you a thread, and we're going to see what happens along the way. But we're going to, let's see. Let's go into that video now. All right. So I'll present this here. We got a new video coming out, and here it is. We've got a object, huge mass object that was seen by the sun. Now watch this. Here it is. NASA captured a black cube flying out of the sun. Sun goes around, sun goes around, sun goes around. There it is. What is that?
Huh. See that?
It's a mass around the sun. There we go. Perfect. Look at that. That is a perfect cube almost.
Yep. I see that.
And it's flying around the sun, but it's also doing something else. And it could be proof that our sun is actually fuel for their spacecraft for some kind of Stargate. Yeah, it's there. All right, so what do you guys think? Like, this is some crazy stuff that we got going on here. And I am about to show you another video just to lighten the mood a little bit. You know, I like to do that every once in a while, lighten the mood. And because we got so much stuff going on, you know, we got wars, we've got everything going on. We need something we can just like laugh at every once in a while and just say, oh, well, you know, wow. Just say wow. Okay, that's all. And I'm going to show you another video here. And we're just going to think. All right, let me get it up here.
What are you doing?
I'm telling everyone that's showed up so far, thank you for checking out our podcast tonight.
All right, so I don't like spiders, okay? I hate spiders. I don't know why. Well, I know why they were created, to pester me, because all spiders, they gravitate towards me and they think, oh yeah, let's go ahead, let's bother Jason over here. So this is a video I like to call "Don't Mess with Me," okay? And yeah, just watch.
That's that spider.
Oh my God, no. 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 No.
Are you afraid of spiders?
I will. I don't know what I would do if this thing popped out at me. Could. Oh
Yeah,
my God.
Yeah, he's pretty big. He's pretty
Oh,
blue
no.
too. Look at that thing.
That's a 5-pounder.
Oh no, like, oh my. Somebody give me a flamethrower. Somebody in the audience give me a flamethrower. You know, hey, I got the Cash App down there. We can get rid of this spider real quick with some dynamite.
I'd have done been running down the damn road or whatever it come out of.
You ain't
Maybe
the only
more.
one.
Yeah.
Now, also we got stuff in the ocean. Okay. Now, in the ocean, you have a lot of objects in the ocean. Now, you know that we know more about our space. We know more about space than we do Earth's oceans. Our own oceans. So now we're going to share another video here. And this video is going to be presented here, and it will be called The Underwater Creature. Now we're going to watch this. This is a creature that was caught on a dive with a underwater ROV. Whoa, back up.
You see that?
It went from this floating just nice and gracefully, and it goes to this. What?
Wow, isn't that something?
Tell me that does not look like all right. Let's go with nanobot alien technology. Okay? These things can morph and change into whatever they need to. They could be a plane, bird, whatever. But look,
The skies, the water.
I mean, oh man, there could be something underneath our own feet. Now, I mean, there could be something else. I mean, there's been creatures sighted under the ocean that are pretty funny looking. Okay, I don't know what they do. I don't know what they are. I don't know what they, that. What is that? Somebody tell me what this is. Okay, I have no idea. Please, anybody. And you see, from an oceaneering, what was that, Millennium 113, dive number 141. This is an ROV again. What is that?
It's offset from a seahorse.
I don't know. I just don't know. There's what look at the mouth. Like, does it even have a mouth? Is that the mouth and the head at the same time?
I don't know, but it's awfully purpley.
Yeah, it's got spikes on it too, and spines, and looks like it's got feet on the bottom, like little feet. See,
An offset from maybe a seahorse
I think it catches its food
through the
its
funnel right there.
yeah.
yeah,
No.
it probably like sucks its food. You know what? It probably eats plankton. Then it probably did that's how it probably survives, because like a whale. A whale will eat, millions of pounds of plankton, or hundreds of thousands of pounds a day.
Mm-hmm.
Does it look like CGI? Hey, I don't know, Lady. Lady
That's
Daniel.
different.
That's why I'm asking. If you guys think it is, let's move on to the next one. We got other videos here. Let's go over. Oh, here we go. Here's one that I thought was kind of interesting. Okay, now you do have organisms out there that form together. Okay, and they form together, and they make one organism. Okay, hence the one here on the screen. A blob goo. Okay, this one. All right, now I'm not sure if it's like many species working together. They make this goo and then they attack all at once, or not. Like you can see here, that's a crab. And it did not survive. It's going to get eaten. Like, what is that? I don't know. It's weird. It's like see, that's what I'm like. Everybody says that this could be different. Okay, everybody says, Angel, that this could be different. All right, Angel, this could be either a organism that lives entirely by itself, and it is looking like that, or I've been told that there could be many organisms together working as one. Sea slug, you think? What about the shell, though? Does they like? I mean, does a slug eat it and then it forms the shell, or does it come out of the shell and then eat? That would be weird. I'll have to look that up. But there is now this one here. This one here is going to be very good. All right, now, first time I'm going to be showing this online, period. All right, I got this sent to me from a UFO whistleblower. That's right. Everybody, right now, we have a UFO whistleblower that wants to remain anonymous that is going to be sending us videos to share on the screen. Now, this is one of the one that he wanted to share. Just watch the truck. And where did it go? It's gone. In the mountain. This is a military dump site. Deep underground military bunker, my angel.
Wow.
Yep.
You're not supposed to be showing that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? It's okay. We can't actually show this stuff. The guy wants to remain anonymous. I don't know if it's true or not. This guy could be Joe Schmo from down the street making this stuff up. But you know what? As far as I'm concerned, I'm going to show it. I'm going to show everything that everybody wants me to show on this show because I believe that it should be out there. That's what we believe in, right, people? Truth over secrecy. Come on now.
Yep.
We got another one here. We got one coming up. I'll screen share. We got this sent from Pennsylvania. This one right here got sent to me. I actually work as a section state director for MUFON. And this one here got sent to me from Hunlock Creek in Pennsylvania. Remember the drones we got going over in Pennsylvania and New Jersey?
Hey, we had quite a few drones out here in Whales Head, Brookings, Oregon, too.
Oh,
I got pictures of them.
Now imagine if you were in your garage by yourself, okay? And something like now ball lightning is very, very strange, okay? Sometimes you'll get it, sometimes you won't. And with ball lightning, this guy got trapped in his garage by ball lightning. Might be CGI, but still, it's pretty cool looking.
Huh.
Now we're gonna go into stuff that's definitely not CGI because it's taken by the space shuttle. So this was taken above the Earth. It was 15 September 1991. Gonna get it on the screen here. All right, this is of the space shuttle. That's an object right there. That is a UFO. Everybody see that flash? It happened right there. Just pay attention to that flash on the left. Scoot, scoot, scoot. Boom.
See that?
Somebody tried to shoot them down. And it didn't work. It didn't work, people. They're a lot smarter than what we give them. They're a lot smarter than what we give them. You can sit there and yes, they come here and everybody says, oh, but they come here and they crashed in New Mexico and in Roswell. They all crashed there when they came here. No, not really. If you look into Roswell, we were also testing a high-powered antenna in the area. And when they boosted the power up to that high-powered antenna, they found out that the microwaves of it were going to mess with everything that was in electronics. Well, they didn't know. They found out that it would mess with electronics of the actual ship itself. It's a scalar weapons test that actually happened on the ground. Ground up. That's us. That's us. That's us trying to take down what we don't understand. And I am appalled sometimes at the lack of, I don't know, humanity that happens when you have these people in government that think that they're above the law. And that's why we have a constitution. I'm sorry. Hey, you didn't want to be part of the Constitution? Go to another country. Make your own country. Maybe that's what Elon Musk's trying to do on Mars, but we'll get to that later. Mars, that's another aspect altogether with this. There was also one that showed up right outside where Angel lived, actually. We had it on the FAA, and I'll just play it. You guys can hear it.
That's amazing.
That is the FAA.
Roger, you are cleared to maneuver as necessary left and right to avoid the UFO out there and all the reports you give.
Crazy. Did you just hear that? You are cleared to maneuver around the UFO as necessary.
Yeah, that's something.
Good information. Appreciate it. Yeah, thanks so much. Roger, you are cleared to maneuver as necessary left and right to avoid the UFO out there and all the reports.
You are cleared to maneuver around the UFO, people. But there is no there, right? Like we're not, nothing's going on here. You can't see this. Just like in wrestling, you can't see me. But we see you now. People are starting to listen. People are starting to understand what's going on. And it has to happen this way. We're starting to hear about psionic soldiers. We're starting to hear about people getting followed, people getting arrested, people getting harassed. I mean, you have all this different things going on, but yet I don't understand why we can't figure our own stuff out. Angel, like you've got things that happen also in plain sight for everybody to see. But nobody really sees it until you really look at the video again. And you got to look real close. But I'm going to point it out to you here. The UFO secret isn't that hard, people, okay? You just got to pay attention to the news. And you got to pay attention to what's going on out there. Because in the long run, you're going to find out that people do things right in front of your eyes and you don't even notice. Keep your eye on the color of that folder.
It's a critical year for tackling climate change, and the government is committed to reaching net zero by 2050. But how much will coronavirus impact what many believe?
What happened to the red binder? What happened to the red binder?
By 2050. But how much will coronavirus impact
Boom.
what many believe?
Wow. Oh, that's
Somebody
amazing.
tell me nobody
Yeah.
noticed that on the news but me. Nobody noticed the prime minister of this freaking nation coming out of a meeting of climate change with another person who I don't know who this is.
But how much will coronavirus impact?
Boom.
See that?
Mhm.
That's
You think it was a
crazy.
live edit? I don't know. I really don't. I was sitting there looking at it myself going, what? You got, ooh, like, I don't understand. I don't know about that one. All right. Now, let's go on here with some more videos here that we've got. Let's see here. Now, anybody who's ever seen like the 3D realms and all that, you know, the 4D and all that, they haven't actually seen it. Somebody actually created a 4D cube, and I'm trying to pull it up here. Here it is. Somebody made a 4D cube, and it is just incredible. You can actually see in the 4D. Yeah, it could be a folder swap, but I'm trying to get like, if somebody had like some editing software or something that could like zoom in closer and see if their hands move in the background. If his hands stay the same and he walks through, it's an edit. But if his hands walking behind the car, if they move at all, he swapped it. He swapped that folder out. And I wouldn't put it past him. I mean, I wouldn't put it past anybody. It's climate change. And nobody wants to talk about it. And we're not going to talk about it on here because that's a touchy subject. But we will get to the next video, which is the guy who invented a 4D cube that is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I was actually pretty amazed when I saw this thing. Bunch of mirrors, a bunch of different, you know, aspects to it. But if you look into it, you can see the four-dimensional realm. And it's wild. Like, that's one cube and you're seeing millions. Yeah, infinite. Yeah. Or infinite. I mean, this guy said it was a 4D a representation of the 4D world around us. That's what he said. So it could be infinite. But it's really cool. It's really cool looking in this thing and like, could you imagine like just being there in the middle of that and looking around that, you know, and actually being in there? Like, that would just be
Quite crazy if you ask me.
so. Yeah, I think we'd be living in a circus then, wouldn't we?
I guess.
Kind of like a circus, but yeah, then we got stuff like, oh, I want to show you this. All right, now there's one thing that can live in space. You know, it's so cute, so little. It's the smallest thing in the universe, you know, that's so So cute. I don't know. I like these things.
A
It's
chicken.
it's called a tardigrade, and it's the smallest thing in the world.
Oh,
And this
wow.
is what it is. Okay, this is what a tardigrade is. Okay,
See that?
tardigrade. There you go. I don't know if I'm saying that right,
Thank you,
but it's just
lady.
like, yeah, it's in the jar there. It's just going around in a circle. But did you know that these can live in space? They don't need oxygen in space. They hibernate. They go into like a hibernation type mode or something, you know? Yeah, it's just real neat.
Hmm.
And they're the smallest things in the universe. I mean, they could be, they are on the moon. Oh, on the moon. Yeah, they're everywhere. They're everywhere. Lady Daniel, you are correct. Like, they're on the moon, they're in space, they're floating around. They've crashed on asteroids on the planet Earth. They've done so many things that it's amazing to think that this little species could travel vast universes,
Hmm.
and we're still stuck in the same galaxy. Like,
Right?
you know, this
Makes you wonder.
this little microbe could go farther than we could ever dream of going. I think that's amazing. But I got another one here for you that got sent to me. It's called red light orbs. Let's check that one out here. It actually just got sent to me now. That's awesome. Okay, thanks guys. Thanks for sending me stuff. All right, here we go. Red light orbs. Let's see what we got here. Oh, I see them. Are they moving in the same direction though? Hold on. Oh wait, are they changing direction? And they move in the same direction. All right, hold on. Whoa, there's one. Whoa, that went fast. Whoa. Hmm. Come on, you gotta show me. Or another one there. I don't know. That was kind of quick, wasn't it?
What's that? What?
Huh. All right. Well, I mean, it was something. We got something up there. I don't know if that was some kind of satellite or because I didn't see it changing direction. What do you think? See there, it just goes
Seems like
straight.
it's swimming in the red stuff.
Oh wait, no, it is turning
Okay.
there. Okay.
Yeah.
It's swimming.
Oh wait, it went up at the end. Okay, well maybe. That could be something to look into as well. I'm not sure whether or not that's like
It's swimming around.
what do you think it would be? Like you saw those red lights and everything, like it was some kind of, I don't know, it was some kind of thing, wasn't it?
Floating in the red mist.
Yeah, something like that. All right, let's get to another video here. This is a video that was sent to me from a friend of mine. I'm not sure the validity of it, but I did want to show it because he did want me to show it. This is of a top secret UFO crash retrieval, supposedly. KGB in 1968. So let's share that to the screen here and get into it. All right, here we go. I just want to see if this is actually legit. Ooh, okay. Hmm. It looks pretty legit to me. What do you think, Angel?
Yeah, for the most part, I think it does.
There's another cameraman back there, so that must be the first one. Yeah, this is KGB 1968, Russia. Looks like they're going back.
What do you think?
Wow. I mean, it looks
Well,
it looks authentic to me. They got the
it looks legit because they're guard all around it, so nobody can see what they're doing. See,
yeah. Wait, well, up now he wants to get video of it. Yeah, that might be.
and they got enough
Wow.
fire. A lot of them guards, all with machine guns, they're guarding that real well.
Wow, that was
Go ahead.
all right. Let me see here. We got another one here that got sent too. I don't know the validity of this one either, but hey, I mean, if it's true, it could solve pretty much everything with the UFO community because hey, if you sit there and you think, hey, did this 30 millimeter, camera shot get snuck? Case ID 1138. Oh, okay. I'll have to look into that. I don't know if it was it actually looked into though, like as far as validity, like the one guy did with the alien interview. He looked into it. He went deep into that one. But I'll have to check on that. But this is another one that somebody sent me. 30 millimeter camera, Nazi UFO in the hangar. Don't know if it's true or not. I just know they got sent to me, and I wanted to show it because I thought it was pretty neat. This is after the war, supposedly. We're looking into a UFO Nazi hangar. Guy steps down. Now there it is. See, I don't know if this is true or not. Interview radio doesn't look real. There are a few in there. Okay. All right. I'll have to look into that. Like there's a couple of these videos that I show on here that I want to do a deep dive into, like a real deep dive. Like you're sitting there and you want to sit there and have all this stuff and send it to me. I'm good with that. I'll show it. But I'm gonna show it on here with some validity because anybody can have any type of information, and hey, as soon as it comes out, it needs to get shown. Then it can get picked apart by people all over the place. You know what I mean? You can pick it apart, and we can sit there and we can have a conversation about it. That's what all this is about. We want to have a conversation about the topic. You got to have a conversation, or there is no topic.
Go ahead.
Do you have a picture of that squiddy thing that went across Iraq a couple months ago?
Yes.
That is very interesting. It actually disappeared.
Yeah, I will. I'll look at that right now. Do you want to go into your background a little bit, Angel? While I'm looking for this.
Well, I don't really know.
Like, what all do you like to do? What all did you get into when you were younger? What do you?
Well, I myself, I like to ghost hunt. I've been in contact with some spirits, physical contact as well as, what do I want to say? Maybe spiritual.
Okay.
I know that there is something else rather than us. I believe
something up there watching you.
Well, there's definitely there is definitely another. What do I want to say? It's not just a god anymore. It's well, I'm just going to come out and say it. Aliens, maybe. I wouldn't know the proper word, but I've come to believe over the last 10 years that they exist. I've seen them. They have shielded my home for whatever reasons. I don't know. You can show pictures sometime in the future. Um, I've had outer body experiences, which is, well, first it was scary. Then I thought it was spiritual, and I was told an abduction, but I'm not really sure. I just know I've experienced 2 of them in my lifetime. I believe in the angels. I believe that they exist in many forms. That's all I can really say. I love working with children. I consider myself a mentor. Um, well, I could probably go on with many good things, but I'll leave it at that.
Hey, that was good for me. Like, I'm sitting here and I'm looking at it right now, trying to find that one video that you wanted me to show on here. Because I
Actually, the
have it.
military
Talking about
took
the octopus or the squid-looking thing in Iraq.
Yes.
Yeah, I got it. I just got to
And believe it or
find it.
not, it was taken by a military person.
Yeah, that was taken by a military person, and it was snuck out of Iraq. I'm not even sure how they snuck it out of Iraq, but they got it out of Iraq. Ah, there it is. I got it. I think this is it. Let me see here. Nope, that's not it. All right, hold on. Still looking, but yeah, I mean, we're on.
It was
Go ahead.
Was it the middle of last year that was taken?
Yeah, I believe so. I'm looking for it right now. Like I said, it's buried in here. I got so
It's
many
funny.
files being sent to me.
It's funny. It was reported one day, and after that, nobody ever heard about it again.
Oh, I know. I definitely know that because you're sitting there and you see it and you just don't believe what you're seeing. This thing floats across the ground and like disappears, and it's like translucent almost, but like not just floating through the buildings.
Like there could be aliens under the sea that come up from the.
Well, yeah. I mean, no, that's that. Listen, aliens from the ocean are one of the things that is the main things that are in here. Like we know more about space than we do about the Earth's oceans. You know, we're sitting here and we think we know everything, but we don't.
There could be aliens in the ocean that can take the depths better than we can.
Oh yeah, that's been proven. If you look, the octopus, okay, the octopus is a being that's really unique because the octopus did not have to evolve to fit its criteria. Once it got here, it could camouflage itself, shrink itself, has 8 brains, 9 brains, something like a lot of brains. We've got, they can squish themselves into little itty bitty pieces, really, really small and fit into like pipes. Octopus is where it's at. That is where I would study and think maybe this came from panspermia from a rock, an asteroid that hit the ocean. Could be.
Now I've did a lot of research on U-boats in World War I and World War II, and there's been 7 different incidences where the U-boat was attacked by a giant creature or squid, and this one U-boat surfaced and gave themselves up to the nearest British cruiser. Just gave themselves up, and they seen that the rudders and stuff were damaged by a creature.
Well, that, you know what, the creature thing, I could go with that. I could definitely go along with that, because I've seen some of these videos that are just, I don't even know what to make of them, because they're so I don't know, they're weird. They're so weird. Let me pull up some more creatures here that I've seen. I think I have a couple more videos here too. It's pretty pretty terrifying. So let's see. Here's one that I thought that was kind of cool. That oh, let me bring it up here. Now this one's kind of cool. Now you got a creature that you got a creature that looks so weird but so cool at the same time. Like that is so neat of a creature. Oh, loading. Gotta love loading screens. So yeah, so that's one of them, one of the creatures in the deep that looked pretty neat, like alien looking, but not alien. Okay. That's from our planet. But could it be from panspermia? Skinny Bob. Yes, let's do that one. We got a good video of that one. We can do Skinny Bob. The one video that came out that that everybody likes. It's about this guy, or well, not this guy, this alien. Sorry, or extraterrestrial being. And this guy did a deep dive into this video. Okay, and I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed by everything that he went into it. Okay, so let's just get into it here, because I think I can find it here pretty quickly. Here it is, and then I'll download it and I'll put it right up on the screen. Yeah, I like this one. This one is pretty neat too. All right, let's put this one up. This is the one of the alien. There we go. And there it is. All right. This is the one of the alien that was on the TV that was so looked after.
Let me come back.
Oh, I totally believe that, Lady Daniel. Star Nation. Oh, yeah. Elohim. Is that how you say that? Elohim. Because I believe in that too. The Elohim and the Star Nation did create all life on this planet. I believe that they came back when millions of years ago, they came back and they actually corrected our DNA to give us our emotional status that we have now. So yes, I believe that totally. We definitely did, because you can look at it in history, and even in history, it's that history states we evolved way too quick for anything else. You know what I mean? And I don't know. We're just we're either not doing it right, or maybe not. I don't know. But all right, let's get into it here. We got this video here. Now I know this is one of them that I liked. I didn't like the ending. Oh, no. Like, if you didn't know what you were doing in the first place, you shouldn't have been doing it in the first place. That's my thing. I'm appalled. I'm appalled by this whole thing and this whole subject of what happens to these beings when they get treated this bad here. You know what I mean? I just don't understand it. Like, Angel, what would you say to this?
Personally, I'm appalled too.
This is a being that is being interviewed in Area 51. I believe it was Area 51. I believe. And by the DNI.
No, I don't.
Oh,
like
yeah.
it.
Yes, Lady Daniel. Earth humans are very cruel because you can tell the difference between an Earth human, how they are speaking, and an ascended human. Because I'm all about peace, love, and happiness. I love everybody.
Peace, love, and understanding as well. Peace, love, and light.
Too. Like you have to be understanding. You have to give people a voice. If you don't give people a voice, people go silent, and then that's when you have depression. You have people that are going through things that could reach out for help, and they don't know where to go. They don't know where to go. But this being, I'm appalled. I'm appalled. I really am. Like, if you didn't know what you were doing in the first place, you should have sent this being home. Then it passes away because they can't figure out why it's choking. And I don't know. This guy did a deep dive, Angel, into this video. And I'm telling you, it gets me every time because you have to understand that if, let's just say, you go down the street and you're on a bicycle and you're riding down the street and you're riding down this, we'll skip this one. That's Victor. We'll skip this, but you're riding down the street and you're on a bike. Okay. You ride down the sidewalk. Are you really thinking about the ants that are underneath you?
No.
They just drive past. Now, you start thinking about the ants when they start stinging you when you're on the ground or when they start biting you, because then it's a threat. And I hate that narrative, that everybody uses in UFO community. Now, not everybody, not a lot of people. Now, Dr. Greer, he's a very valuable person that we have in disclosure. But these other people, I think they need more information before they make that assumption. Make sense, Angel?
Yes. Yes, it does.
You need to have more on what is going on. Like what really is going on. Here we go. All right, so this isn't the one video, but I did find another one for us here. I'll find that one later for another podcast here that we do. So we've got this one right here. A leaked video that came out of, I believe this was let me see. It even has all the targeting data on it too. Yeah, see, that's that little ball. There it goes. It's gone. There it is. Look at that thing move. Orbs, yeah, orbs are neat. I'm telling you. Now you see how it has like some kind of shielding around it. It's not just the orb. It had like some kind of shielding around the actual orb. Oh, yeah, it went invisible for a second. Oh, I don't know if it'll do it again. Warp bubble. Yeah, that'd be neat. Yeah, warp bubble. Because they're transmedium. They're transmedium, which means they can go in the ocean, in space, and in the air. They can go anywhere. Yeah, that's pretty neat. I thought that was a neat video that got sent to me, that one. Pretty neat when you come to think about it and you're like, oh, this this is just some crazy stuff going on here. I mean, what all has been going on with you over in when you were over in Smith River over in California? You still there, or did I lose you? Oh, we might have lost her.
Just gonna step out of the room for a minute.
Hold on, we might have lost her.
Oh, she's
Right here, son.
gonna be indisposed for a couple minutes.
What?
All right,
What
well,
was you asking?
I wanted to see what was going on in Smith River as far as around where you were.
Oh boy.
And then while you do that, I'm gonna.
Well, I don't know why I got an echo. Well, there was definitely a lot of UFO sightings.
Trying to
I
get
don't have.
my background fixed. No, you're good. Go ahead.
Well, I have an echo. I don't like that. I don't know how to fix it. This is my first podcast, so it's all new to me here. I'm still learning. But anyways, my house was shielded. There's pictures of where my house is the only house there on the corner that had the shield over it. That was the night when we got pictures of UFOs flying over what was known as the mouth of the Smith River and the Pacific Ocean.
Tell them what I did. But and got you real mad at me with that laser light. Remember that?
Yeah.
I shined it at that star, and it come right down a matter of seconds right there by the sand. You said, "Don't do that." You remember that?
Oh,
Hey,
for heaven's
I
sake.
found out where you were
Son,
doing.
how do I fix it?
I found out what you were doing. You can't talk into the private chat. You have to talk in the comments chat.
What?
You're talking to me.
Yes. Oh God.
Anyway, she's learning. She's
Oh,
learning.
for
Right?
goodness gracious.
Still learning. It's okay.
I wondered
We'll
why
get it.
nobody was answering me back.
It's okay. We'll get it. It's all right. But anyway.
Hey,
yeah,
remember,
if you go,
a lot
if
of
you go
things
into the
echoes in space.
Hold on. If you go into the comment section, Angel, the comment section, you can actually comment in there.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Not in private chat. That's just for me and you.
Oh. Oh, no. Yeah. Excuse me, everybody. I'm sorry. I'm just this is just kind of cute. He asked me to be his
He's
co-host.
learning.
I guess he didn't realize what he was getting.
I definitely realized. Hold on, you ready?
Anyways, I need to be excused for a couple minutes. Here, we have another guest that would like to say something.
After you fix the technical difficulties.
Oh, it's been fixed.
Okay, I gotta go back.
Now, who is this guy on here?
Well, we come
You'll have
from
to
a
introduce
planet that
yourself.
we create, we do things, and just create anything that anybody can think of, we can create it. But we are a peaceful race.
Yeah. Yeah. That is exactly what they are. And you know, most races are peaceful, you know. I don't see a race coming here and saying, "Oh, humans, squish."
But humans are only using part of their brain. When they start to develop more over the centuries, they'll realize more. Hello?
I'm still here. I'm still here. You were on there and you were talking, so I was letting you talk. This one of these videos I'm trying to pull up here right now is a another video, and this one I'm actually still trying to find the squid one. That was neat. I like that one.
I did too. I seen that on CNN.
Yeah, that was the octopus looking one. That was a neat looking one. There it is. I got it. 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 All right, hold on. It's a downloading. There we go. Yay. If I had a yay button on here, I'd say yay. Okay. Hold on. It's got to download the rest of the way. Come on, download. Translucent flying UFO. Download. All right, it's downloading now. But yeah, there's a picture of this squid looking thing that I don't know. It's weird looking. It's like it flies through the base, over the base, around the base. I don't even know what to say about it.
And it has a bunch of legs under it.
Yeah, it's pretty strange as it goes there. All right, I got it pulled up on my other side now, so I'll just pull it up over here. All right, so I'm gonna pull it up here. So we got UFO looking thing from,
I'd say the depths of the ocean.
I honestly don't know, but I just know that this thing is one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. Everybody's looking at that, right? Like, what is this? Somebody tell me what this is. Anybody know?
It looks like it's going right through the buildings.
It
Invisible.
is. It goes right through the buildings.
Yeah.
1 second. I'm going to pull up this real quick.
But to me, my opinion, it looks like a one-man craft.
Yeah, I agree. But I don't know, because we have technology out there too that does this too. You know what I mean?
I don't know how advanced we are making it invisible through buildings.
I mean, very well could be.
Besides, technology like that could be dangerous to some people.
Well, yeah, definitely be dangerous to some people. I don't want to see that in the hands of anyone else. Found to be an enemy carrying drone. Ooh, see? That's exactly what I'm talking about there. Like, you got a drone that can become invisible, like the Predator? Come on. And I know we have to have other kinds of like technology out there that is better than that. Like we're supposed to be the U.S. of the United States, blah blah blah.
But the whole world was full of drones, and they don't know where they come from.
Well, yeah, I know that there was drones in New Jersey. There was drones all over these military bases, and I mean, right now,
All over the world.
Yeah. And right now, we're going to share something that hasn't been shared in a little bit here.
Now they had a funny on this one show, Saturday Night Live, showing Putin in the bathtub, and there was a drone in the bathtub.
Now, this is the dumb sites, okay? The deep underground military bases, all right? This is a list of every single one of them. Every single one in the United States, every single one in the world, including Antarctica. Deep underground military bases, people. These are where our friends, the extraterrestrials, are being held. Yes, I love it, Lady Daniel. All dum-dums down there. That's right. It's like that one TV show. What was it? Mystery in the Museum. What was it? Mystery in the Museum. Mystery of the Museum. Dum dum, you give me gum gum.
Yeah, we just seen those.
Like all these right here. Like you got so many military bases all over these places, and you know what? All these people need to be looked at. Every single one of them.
Well, I heard a story. I don't know how true it is. They had this big machine that bores a hole through, in like making a tunnel, and they went into some alien thing, and they had a firefight with them.
Yes. Oh gosh, that was yeah. I've heard that one. Now, I don't know. I'm on the fence on that one, because that could be also disinformation. And what I say by that is, a lot of people want to say that these UFOs are hurting people and causing explosions and this and that, when they're not really the ones doing it. We are. I mean, we like to think that we're pretty smart, but if you really sit there and think about it, you've got the smallest organism in the world. And yes, claim conflict. Yep. No, listen, there shouldn't be any conflict. My My main thing on conflict is why? Why? Just why would you? You could sit there and yes, you have the right to think anything you want. You have your own opinions, you have your own thoughts and processes, but your opinions should not come on top of mine and say you're wrong. It's an opinion, people. It's not like I'm telling you this stuff is true. Here it is. Here's the alien body right in front of you. I'm saying take it with a grain of salt.
What do you think
Take everything you
of
get from the news with a grain of salt, because you never know whether or not you're going to get something out of it.
Okay, I got a question for you.
All right, go ahead.
H.G. Wells' War of the Worlds really scared a lot of people. His theory about races coming to destroy us, to take over the world.
Yes, I remember that. Now, H.G. Wells, he came out with his radio signal, and it got blasted, I believe, over the airwaves. Now, I'm not sure the year, but I know it was like in the 60s or 70s.
No, this was way back in the 30s of radio.
30. Oh, okay. Well, back then, they blasted that over the airwaves because they wanted to see what kind of reaction they're going to get out of the people. Not they wanted to see, all right, if we come out and we say, yep, aliens are real, is the world going to fall apart? Is the world going to end? You know what I mean? That's the whole reason why they came out with it. Now, you've also got a bunch of man-made UFOs too, okay, that I believe are ours, okay? If you see a craft and you look at it, and you can look at it and you can see some kind of bolt, some kind of nut, some kind of something out of the ordinary, it might not be what you think it is. It might not be a UFO. It might be a U.S. military plane that just happened to be in your airspace, like this one. Doesn't that look like a UFO from the ground?
Yeah, it does.
If you were looking at that from the ground, you would think that's a silver disc. But it's U.S. Air Force. Experimental U.S. Air Force craft. So a lot of things could be going on here as far as military is concerned, and as far as people don't know what's going on in the skies, don't know what's out there, don't know what's real or what's not. That's another reason why this podcast is here. We're going to dive deep in, people. We're going to dive deep in to the mysteries that we call this. What is this? This is a photo, okay, taken by Carlos Diaz, okay, Mexico City, 1993, okay? And you could plainly see in this, there's nuts and bolts. This is a nuts and bolts craft, okay? Meaning we built it. This is not alien, people. You can see a door, it's us. You see a bolt, it's us. A window, it's us. Organic? Could be, but I was kind of looking at these little 4 dots in the center of that reddish square in the middle, thinking that they could have been like some kind of maybe rivet system or something, but it could be organic. I'm open to that. There's a lot of things that could be. Like, we've got so many things out there in this world. nowadays that you don't know what you're looking at either. You really
How
don't.
about
Go
how
ahead.
about spacecrafts that can change their shape as they come in?
Yep. Now, those ones are pretty neat. I think I've got one of them. I'll have to pull up here a shape-shifting one. That one, I might have it in here. Yeah, because that one's pretty neat. It goes through the sky, and it looks like it's a regular aircraft, but then it goes into another form.
It's like the ship is some kind of liquid that can change different ways.
Oh God, I gotta show this video. You know what? Only because I want to make my father over there laugh in the picture in front of us. I love Flight of the Navigator. I wish they would come back with another one, Lady Daniel. Flight of the
Oh, the
Navigator.
Navigator.
Was
That's
awesome.
the name of the movie I was thinking of. Yeah.
That was the excuse my language. That was the shit. Flight of the Navigator. I love that one. The little kid.
That's the one the ship changes shape.
Yes, and the whole story began with mental projection into the ship and your hands. And how did they know that? Let's get into that too. Let's get into Disney. Why did Walt Disney was approached by a CIA officer to make the character Marvin the Martian so that we would laugh at Marvin the Martian, and when something would actually happen, people would laugh at you. They wouldn't take you seriously. They wouldn't think that you were they would think you're crazy. You know what? Nobody is crazy in the eyes in here. All right. We've got like some crazy videos, you know, like this. Hey Angel.
Yes.
What do you think of this one? You ready for this? I did
Go
this
ahead.
especially for my father so he could watch this video and laugh.
Uh-oh.
Not did it, but yeah, I got this video online.
Oh, geez.
I don't know what
See
it is,
that?
but it's
Yeah, I
a
see
neat
it.
looking thing. It's a neat looking thing.
Yeah, he is a little neat looking thing.
But it could be a kid. I was told it could be a kid. I was told a bunch of things, you know, but I don't know. I thought that was kind of neat to look at, you know.
Yep.
And then we've got, all right, we've got a bunch of stuff going on in the UFO community so far. As far as everything else is going on, man, we've got. Let's go on here. We've got lights over the sky. We've got military bases being shut down, and how about all these aircraft just falling out of the sky? I don't know. It's a hard time nowadays.
I got a
It
question.
really is.
I have a question for you.
Hold on. One second. I got to bring this up. I have the quote of the century for this, and it's like this is dark, people. But this is what we did to ourselves. Okay. Here's what we did to ourselves. You know, this. I love this quote here.
The world would not be the same. Few people laughed. Few people cried. Most people were silent. I remembered the line from the Hindu scripture, the Bhagavad Gita. Vishnu is trying to persuade the prince that he should do his duty, and to impress him, takes on his multi-armed form and says, Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds. I suppose we all felt that one way or another.
And that's true, people. Like, that gets me every time. Like, that's the atom bomb. When we created the atom bomb, that was Oppenheimer, who stated that now I have become death, destroyer of worlds.
Now I have a question. The Bermuda Triangle. Now,
Okay.
is it Atlantis or is it alien related?
What I believe on that is now Atlantis, I believe, okay. Now, two different things. Yes, Lady Daniel. Now, that's another reason why this podcast is here, okay? Later on, now we're running almost on 2 hours now. So about 2 hours, we'll start to wrap it up, about 15 minutes. But I want to let you guys all know that the next time we do have this podcast, the next podcast will be on mental projection, the ascension of your soul, and meditation techniques. We are going to learn that first in this group together. We're going to learn it all together. And what we're going to do is we are going to push out our feelings, our intentions to these beings, these beautiful beings that are being held captive in these military sites. We will connect to them and we will ask them to help themselves get out of there. They can. They have the technology, but it's okay. Those dots appear to be sensors. Well, they very well could be. They very well could be. Very well could be. I have no doubt. No doubt.
Your show could last for hours and hours. There's so many things to talk about.
Well, I know, and so many things that is wrong in this world. Okay, you have a lot of things that is wrong with the world. You have a lot of things that like people said that Buzz Aldrin, when he went to the moon, he came back. Everybody gave him crap. Everybody gave him crap about it, right? But you know what? He was proven to be factual because he had a lie detector test done, Buzz Aldrin, and he passed it. Everything he said about the UFOs, totally true. Totally true.
A U.S. astronaut Buzz Aldrin has reported passed a lie detector over his claim that he sighted an unidentified object or UFO during moon mission in 1969. According to reports, the lie detector test, which is considered more reliable than the standard lie detector test, showed the 88-year-old Aldrin was telling the truth.
Aldrin was telling the truth, people. UFOs. Come on. It's been here. It's been here for years, but we're just now starting to grasp the handle on things here. We're just now starting to grasp what we need to do to make things happen. All right. And that's what we're going to do here. All right. We're going to learn from the basics. Okay. I learned from the basics. I learned from my teacher. Her name is Ariana. I'll post a comment in the chat what her name actually spells out to be, but it's Ariana. And I love her like my daughter. I do, because that is the way that I think of her, and that is the way that that she thinks of herself. And it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing to sit there and have someone that you can connect to, have someone that is listening. And I had that. I had that with her. Wait, I had that with her. And I wanted to just show a couple things here. Now, one thing that everybody says, and everybody sits there and says, you can't prove that you have communication with another being. You can't prove it. Yes, I can. I can prove it. Because in my neck is an alien implant that I had x-rayed, that is magnetic, that has an organic shell around it, that I took an EMF meter to, and I'm about to show you live the video of the EMF meter. That meter is on my neck, okay? RF signal 4.589. No EMF. It's a radio frequency signal. And before anybody says it, I'm a very good investigator. I was away from any magnetical or electronical items, and my phone was entirely on airplane mode and only on camera. No signals coming into my phone at all. No signals coming in the area. I was in a back room with no electricity. 4.589 radio frequency. So I'm sorry. But hey, people can have their opinion. Everybody can have their opinion. And I can have mine too. And I can have proof that it's real. Just like everybody else can have their own truth with themselves. And that's a beautiful way to wrap things up for tonight. In the next couple, 7 minutes, is we need to be more beautiful to ourselves. Okay? As a human species, we really should start looking inside ourselves. Inside each and every person, there is good and bad in everyone. Everyone has it. I have it. But you also have the active choice not to do something. And that's where we come into play. We're here to listen. We're here to listen to you. I've had people come to me and say, thank you. You heard my voice. You listened to me. You heard what I had to say. You didn't say I was crazy or throw me, to the insane asylum. No. Everybody should be heard, and everybody will be heard. And I would love to hear everybody's stories. I would love to hear everybody's view, because the more people that we get in this group, the more we will meditate together. We will connect with these beings in these underground facilities, and we will tell them to leave, to get up, go. Don't let them keep you. And that's what I believe.
May I say something?
Go ahead.
On a TV a couple months ago, they were talking about a black pyramid buried in Alaska somewhere that has energy beyond whatever, and these UFOs are coming down to use it for energy to fuel their ships.
I've heard that too.
And
as far as
someone, a lot of people's tried to find where it was, but there's a private military unit that keeps it hidden.
I can tell you exactly where it is. It's 20 miles. Let me think. No, northeast. 20 miles northeast of Nome. And I'm not sure what mountain area it is, but it's that way. It's about 20 miles.
But
20 to
is it a real pyramid?
Yes, it's made of
Yes.
from what I've heard, the pyramid's made of obsidian. Black granite type stone obsidian that is like it's really cool. It's like the pyramid generates its own electricity, and apparently it's enough electricity to power New York forever. So you could just imagine that this pyramid is pushing out energy into the atmosphere. Why? Because it's strengthening our magnetic shield from solar radiation.
So is there aliens there and humans working together?
That could be alien technology, because what I'm thinking is what they thought of the future. Humans are going to have a tough time on Earth if they get burned out by solar radiation. We need to make a shield around the Earth. Well, how do we do that? Well, you need power plants. You need energy devices. You need gravitational wave devices. You need all this stuff, and you could do it. You pump up enough.
There is like 3 pyramid, like the the triangles all over the world. The Earth.
Yeah, and they are set.
There's the Bermuda, the Alaskan, and the Pacific Pyramid.
Yes, and they're set on ley lines. They're set on ley lines. Ley lines are kind of like invisible, an invisible energy weaving spider web kind of thing around the Earth, because of the way the Earth spins and the metals that are in the core and the electricity and all of that. I'm going to show you guys actually a picture real quick so I could finish this off here on a wow note. I'm going to show you an alien implant. All right, here we go. That is an alien implant, and with an organic shell around it with, there we go, that's better. Right off of, well, yeah, I took it off of News Nation. They did a good documentary on that. As far as like alien implants, I took this off of there because that's exactly what mine looks like, except it's not flat like that. Okay? It's not flat. It's like, it's circle. So let me, whoop. All right. So I can sit there and I'll just show you. Right there it is. And everybody on the screen can see it. And I can actually pull it out of my skin and see, look. And it's round. So that is That is my implant. That's my implant that's in my neck. And you just saw the EMF. So, do I have communication? I very well might be. And if I have communication and we are to keep this going, we need to start advertising this group out there. Like, if you like it, if you like what we're doing here, if you enjoy the content, if you enjoy everything, share it. I would love to have more people in here. I'd love to have, more diverse people. You have all these people that are just out there in the world. They're all by themselves, and you know what? They need some place to go. They need some place to talk. Come in here, talk. You can even present yourself.
Share your experience.
Here. Share your experience too. Here.
Your
You guys-
knowledge.
If anybody wants to come in right now for the last part of this, I just shared in the chat there the StreamYard. It should be the whole thing. Make sure I got it in there. Yep, there we go. So
Well, I'm not able to take. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm just trying to figure out how to leave some comments on for everybody, but I can't. So I'll have to work on that. But I just want to tell everybody thank you.
Yeah.
And I hope we get to see you at the next podcast.
Oh, no doubt. Like I have people are gonna come back. Like we're gonna give them a place to talk. So, but there's the oh, here we go. Oh, hold on. Sorry. We got somebody coming up. Let me put you on the stage here. In the middle, actually. Ah, there you are. Wait a minute. Trying to get you in the middle. All right, that works. We'll just leave it like that. All right. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
Hi. How you doing, Lady Daniel?
Yeah.
So
Alright.
you had talked about all this planet knows how to do is kill. I agree with you. I totally agree with you.
Yeah. They're also very cruel as well. I experienced a lot of cruelty. I'm just turning off some audio so I can hear you properly.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, it's something else in this world. That's why I made this group in the first place, Lady
Mhm.
Daniel. I made it because I want to give people a voice. I don't want people
Mhm.
to remain silent anymore. I don't want
Mhm.
people to feel scared, hurt,
Mhm.
alone. I felt alone for a long time, and
Mhm.
I feel we need to give people a place that they could talk. They could come out,
Okay.
with stuff.
It's fantastic. Yeah. I see you've got a kitty cat as well. Oh, there's my kitty
Yeah,
cat.
I've got my little kitty cat back there. My
There's
other doggy in the corner. She's
Here's
in the
my kitty
corner laying down.
It's my kitty cat.
Aw, beautiful.
Mhm.
Nice color. Real nice color. I like that. Gray with black stripes, it looks like.
Yeah.
Wow, that's unique.
It's like a calico tabby cat.
Yeah, but that's really
Yeah.
unique. All
Mm,
right.
mhm.
Wow. So let's see here. We've got somebody else that wants to come up here too. Austin. Austin is muted themselves. Okay. Let me add another person to the stage. Hold on, because we got.
I'm driving.
Oh, you're driving. Okay. All right. Well, we don't want to hold you up from driving, but if you want to come in when you stop or whatever, then that'd probably be better. I don't want to see you fall or anything. And we're still waiting for the co-host to come back in. She looks like she went out for a second. But yeah. So Lady Daniel, for the next podcast, what would you like to say? Would you like
what
to
I
see
liked,
more meditation techniques, more ascension techniques, like ascension of the soul techniques, or techniques to meditate? Or I have a bunch of different ideas for actually the next show, but figured I'd ask some audience members.
it might be nice if it's like a mixture. So you have like a bit of a mixture of content.
Okay.
Where you cover, I think probably like the first part of the show, you can have it like where you have the spaceships and that, and then you focus on the people in them, and then you focus on meditation and projecting your thoughts to them, and as well projecting thoughts to the planet for peace. This is what we do in the Raelian movement. We don't focus on the spaceships so much, because we know we know the spaceships are there. They're flying around, and
you're adding to the vibrational piece of the Earth itself. Yes, that is very important. Especially as we move on to this new journey that we're taking all together. This is a century of mystery, but it's not mystery that you can't see anymore. It's there. You can see it. It's, it's not fringe anymore to talk about it. It's not, you go down the street to your boss and you start talking about it. He's not going to say you're nuts. He's going to say, wow, I saw it on the news, all these drones flying over New Jersey, yeah, a lot of them, but you didn't see the drones that were changing from drones to UFOs.
Nah.
But yeah, the next one we can focus on that.
But before I kind of all this drone and Orbeez and that became very prominent. I saw a mothership. I've got it on video. It was an overcast, cloudy night, and I was trying to get a radio signal on the balcony. And then, as I was fiddling with the antenna and the handset, trying to get the frequency sorted, and I was also communicating on here, and talking to the chap in America on there, trying to get the Turtle Island is the proper name. I slipped up there. Turtle Island.
No,
yeah. Because everyone kind of after a while, because he tends to use the laser. I was scanned with a laser beam, and that got my attention. It was like a green laser. So when I looked to the direction where the laser scan came from, I saw these a ring of blue lights.
Oh wow!
It's shining through the clouds, and I was on the phone saying, I was like, I can't get the signal, but I'm experiencing a mothership in the sky.
Oh
And
my
the guy
God.
said, "What have you been smoking?" I said,
Oh,
"No, I haven't had a smoke yet. I'm because I prepared trying to get the signal first before I have my smoke." And then there was the mothership, and eventually I kind of put down what I was doing because I knew I couldn't get the signal, so it was just pointless. And the people were still chatting, and I got my phone and I filmed the mothership,
yeah.
and with the one phone, and then because I wanted to I first took photos of it, and I sent it to the network, and then just to prove that I am seeing a UFO. I mean,
Now,
a mothership.
have you ever had to where any of your electronics did fail or anything around them?
Um,
Radio or weird signal, none of that yet?
no.
Okay.
This ship seemed to be really advanced, that it didn't really affect anything. It was huge. It was a huge mothership.
Wow.
Then I got my other phone, and I started to as I was getting my other phone to film, because I've seen everything on that phone, so I thought I'll get this phone, and then film it. It came out different. It showed the blue light properly on the Android phone, but on the iPhone, it showed it took the color away. I don't know why I did
Hmm.
it. There's no color on the iPhone, because when I was communicating with it, I saw all the colors of the lights. Where on the phone, the recording doesn't do it justice. It looks like it's white lights.
Wow.
Because when I was communicating, it was just like blue, and it would go pink, and then it would go orange, and it would go yellow, and it was changing color, and then connected to my mind, and the lights were moving with my thoughts, and my mind and their mind.
That's
Um,
incredible.
and yes, it was the Elohim, the people who created life on the planet, was their ship. It was and my star mother was on board with him, and they
See?
came to tell me that my star mother was on the ship, and we just we kind of like introduced herself, and then after I did a short recording of it, because what was going in my mind was starting to become a bit more personal and private, between
Okay.
mother and daughter kind of thing.
Oh,
So
of course.
so I just stopped from there.
No, that's
And
fine. That's fine.
she says we're focusing on getting the embassy done, the extraterrestrial embassy.
Yes.
And she says she hopes to see me at the embassy when they touch down.
The embassy is definitely where I will be. When they build it, I'm going to be there. I will definitely
Same.
make a trip out there.
I
I
was
will.
we can both go and see. Yeah.
I'm gonna kiss the door when I come up to it, because I'm gonna say I finally made it home.
Yeah.
Like, all this time and all these billions of lives we might have lived, and we finally made it home, and now we can hopefully peacefully talk to these beings and get to know them. They're our neighbors.
Mm.
There are cosmic neighbors. They're gonna know things that we don't even know. Hey,
For me, they're my family.
exactly.
Mm.
Listen, I feel the same way with Ariana. I'll say it out loud and on here. She is a hybrid daughter of mine. When I was abducted when I was 16. And my hybridization daughter came from my DNA from when I was 16. Now, after I left the military, my hybrid daughter, which her name is Ariana, got a hold of me. Did not know how. I did not know how at the time, until I researched this implant in my neck, found out it had a signal, x-rayed it, did everything I could. Then I was like, this seems possible, because it just seems possible to me. If you have, all right, you have this little thing right here, right?
Mhm.
Little piece of metal. Say you take that little piece of metal and you put an organic material around it. Organic from me. Okay. I put my organic material around it. And I want to be in touch with you, Lady Daniel, all the time.
Mhm.
I've got my organic compound material around this communicator and I put it in you. I put it in your neck, or put a little probe or put a little communicator in there. That is the spooky effect. If you take one atom and you split it into two, and you have one over here, and you have one over here, and one over here. If you do something to this atom that you just split it, this atom will do the same thing over here.
Yeah, it's quantum entanglement.
Yes. What about a quantum entanglement communication? That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, it's how the when they want you investigate like a planet outside, like very far out in the galaxy, probably like an orb. They're saying an orb there. The orb jumps into a warp and goes there, and then it's kind of like so they'll be able to
Instant, isn't it?
explore the planet in real time.
Yeah, and it's instant, isn't it? It's like
Yeah.
it's almost like Einstein-Rosenberg bridge when you're sitting there and you want to go from one place in the universe over here, and instead of going in a straight line like you normally would, you would just
full space time.
you just end up at that spot at the same time.
Yeah,
That's pretty much, I believe, what they're doing.
Yes,
That's why we see the energy too, like that energy that has to happen for them to come here has to be immense.
Yes. This is what I'm a bit concerned about with the with what they've got in the military with the
scale.
You showed me that. Yeah, the TR3B. You don't know what? Do you know what's powering that weapon?
The TR3B is powered by nuclear capability, but it's also anti-gravity, I believe. They're trying to say anti-grav.
Well, it's a warp core. It's a warp core. They're extracted from.
Yes.
And if this thing goes critical, it could blow up the entire planet.
Whew.
You're talking about energy powerful, strong as the sun.
Wow.
Yeah. Because you got to be in space. You got to be in space time, and that's a lot of work and energy.
Wow. See, I just found out that that there is more than one super collider in the world, and I said, well, I thought there was one. I knew about the one overseas, but I was like, there's not one over here. And they were like, do you know about the one that runs under Los Angeles, California? And I'm like, what do you mean? It runs right under the ground? And they said, yeah. They said, go underground about maybe a half mile, and they've got the entire underground in Los Angeles. There is a super collider under the ground. And I'm just thinking to myself, what can that do to the environment around it? You're messing with stuff, like you said.
Yeah. Normally, when people experiment these things off world, they don't put it on the planet. It's like on the far side of the solar system in case something goes wrong.
Yeah. And they like Oumuamua that came in. They're thinking that, hey, and I think the same thing. That was a satellite that was sent here to scan the Earth, and keep up with our progress. And then it scooted out of the solar system, And it was funny because when they had it, oh, it's just a rock. And then it went around the sun. And after it left the sun's gravity, it picked up speed.
It is.
It picked up speed. It picked up. It went 10 times faster than what it was going, which you would think, okay, slingshot effect. Okay, cool. You gain a little bit of momentum, but you don't gain that much.
No. It's accelerated.
Yes, a lot. And like I showed in the beginning, they've also, NASA also has photos of these cubes that are going around the sun, pulling plasma away from the sun.
Now that's news to me, actually.
Oh yeah. There was let's see if I still have it here. Yep, here it is. I'll pull it up actually for you to see here. There's like an orb that goes around. I had this in the beginning of the show here. Here it is here. And it goes around the sun and it seems to be pulling plasma from the sun.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to show it going around the circle here. Here we go. I mean,
it sure it's not like a mass corona injection or something.
Yeah. But right. You see it? That's what they're saying it is right there, that cube.
So at the beginning, that doesn't really look like a cube. It looks more like a blob in the beginning.
Okay. I give you that because, and it looks like it came from out of the sun. Yeah. I don't know. They were saying that one was an actual like a spacecraft, which to me it would make sense if you're an alien race and you're like, we know this is the biggest solar activity for the sun and the Earth isn't ready for it. How do you shrink the sun? Well, we've already thought of that. NASA did. You pull plasma out of the sun and away from it, and it shrinks it, and it makes it smaller. And then you have less eruptions. And it lasts longer. So could it be that these beings are helping us? That's what I think.
We'll see. Time will tell with the stuff. But I do know that they created the life on the planet.
Oh yeah.
And that they keep on alert about with the nuclear, the war, the potential of it becoming nuclear, and they're checking up energy stations and things like that. So it doesn't get apparently to back up on that. There is a mothership just outside the orbit of the Earth. It's a massive thing, and that's ready to evacuate people. If it's already been captured on camera. Some people I've spoken to people who said they've seen this thing. It's just they say it's acting neutral. It's like it's not responding. It's just sitting there. Yeah.
Oh wow.
And that's the rescue ship. Neutral in a sense that it's just observing at the moment.
Okay.
And it's going to move closer if as soon as the war becomes nuclear and it gets out.
Well, I will say, things scare me because there's another thing that scares me. The super volcano in Yellowstone, and there's a volcano off the coast of California about maybe 30 to 50 miles off the coast, I think, or maybe it's farther than that. Maybe it's 100. And it's in the ocean, and it's going to blow in the next 10 years, 5 to 10 years. that scares me a little bit because California is right on that that earthquake. What's it called?
Fault line.
Fault line. Yes, it's right on the fault line. So that volcano and that would it be a chain reaction? Is that what this ET craft is up there waiting for? This to happen
Possibly.
so they can come down and yeah.
I know there is there's a rumor where they don't have any footage and that to back them up, but there's a claim that there is a mothership in the Gulf of around the. There's a big debate about if its name at the moment. That Gulf. Never. It's like a Gulf, with Florida, Mexico, Texas. That Gulf, the big Gulf. Yeah. GULF. Yeah.
Well,
The Gulf of something.
Yeah.
I call it because I don't like because the thing is I'm very much in support of the First Nations. So there is a First Nation name that they came up with, but I can't, it's so long I can't even pronounce it. So I just
that's actually where I got this from, Lady Daniel.
Okay.
Yep, I got that from First Nation.
Okay, it's lovely. I'm glad you got the good gift.
Oh yeah, I cherish this. I was I volunteer for security for the powwows that go on here, the Indian powwows here in Pennsylvania, and one of the elders came up and they gifted this to me, and I said, well, thank you. I very much appreciate that.
Actually, what it should be called, it's more easier to remember to call it the Gulf of Turtle Island.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very simple to remember. But they do have a First Nation name for it though that they want to call it.
Now,
but
now, are they still in talks to start busting ground on it, or did they already finish talks and?
I don't know, but Trump wants to call it the Gulf of America.
What?
Yeah, that's what Trump wants to do. Yeah.
Well, listen, something needs to be neutral for these ETs, or they're never going to come down here.
Yeah, that's why pretty much for the embassy. Humanity's got like about 10 years to build this thing. Now, 10 years, and if they don't build it. If they all the materials are there, resources. I'm in the Raelian movement. I'm going to be visiting Rail, hopefully this year. I'm still making plans for it, and then I'll kind of like chat with them as well about the embassy and all that. And
awesome. That is awesome. I love the fact of the embassy. When I saw that, my eyes just went, yes, this is it. This is it. Like, we're moving forward. We're not sticking down and saying, okay, we're just going to watch the news and pay attention to all the bad things going on in the world. No, let's do something good. I love it. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the peaceful contact part. We need that.
Yes. Because if the 10 years are up and there hasn't been a rescue operation, or that means nuclear catastrophe kind of was it didn't happen, which will be a good thing. But if the embassy doesn't get built, it's going to be really in your face kind of first contact. Motherships over the cities and everything. It's going to be like wild. It's some people will panic and believe it's an invasion or whatever.
Well, the government likes to say that too. I've noticed that a lot. It's a threat. It's national security. It's this. It's that. No, the only national security threat I see is our own nuclear weapons.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
we're a threat to ourselves as a species.
Yeah. Yeah. It's frustrating. You know, the pollution and the extraterrestrials are willing to help with the technology. That it'll be like the technology being symbiotically compatible to Mother Nature. So to be become part of Mother Nature, where people like it absorbs all the the wastes and everything, and then also contributes to clean air, fresh water, and everything.
Yes, because I mean, why hold that back from people? You have people dying in Africa that need water. Go give them water. We have the technology. Like, why? I can't stand
and then some people go on about God.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, you believe in God, like you see this imaginary being is so all powerful, supposedly created the universe and everything, but is so interested in your masturbation that he doesn't stop the war, stop the starving, and stop genocide.
Yeah.
It's human beings who are having to decide to stop the war, stop the genocide, and all of that.
This is an experiment. This is what I think it is. It's the human experiment is what they did. And they said, and they came back and they said, up, they're still monkeys. They're not getting it yet. Let's change a little bit here in the DNA. Let's see what happens in a couple hundred, years. We'll come back. And they came back and they're like, wow, they got emotions now. Now we got to study that because we don't have emotions, but they do.
Yeah, what actually happened is Earth human beings were living with the Elohim Star Nation in the time before Babylon, and telepathy was like a very strong way of communicating, and this was like kind of because Earth humans were violent. They turned against the extraterrestrials. They started to make up stories about slavery and all that. The reason why those are stories, that's why I say that when people start to tell me the legends of the Anunnaki and the slaves and the gold, I'm like, fuck, I'm not this again.
Not this again. Oh boy.
So Earth humans were created with love. The children, they were created in their own image. So when you love something and you create something in your own image that is capable of emotion, that is capable of compassion, it can feel pain, it can feel suffering. Forcing them to mine gold is would be cruel, torture, and absolutely insane.
Yeah.
If you're an advanced being, you would have the compassion, and you say, no, this will be torture for them. No, we won't. If they wanted something to mine gold, it would have to be something like a type of robot, whether organic or inorganic, or nuts and bolts.
Or they showed us how to mine, and then we just took over from there.
Yeah. So they would have made these automatons to mine the gold that are incapable of emotion, that are incapable of feeling. And then as well, there's an asteroid that's in the asteroid belt. If you had to mine that thing and completely mine it, and that you have to equally distribute the gold to every single person on the planet equally. So you got an equal amount of gold. Every single Earth person on the planet would be a billionaire.
I've heard of that. That rock is like, I don't even know how many trillions of dollars they said it was. It was some weird number, like maybe it might have been quadrillion. Like it was out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's all gold, right? The whole thing.
Yes.
Oh, God. Well, I did hear Elon Musk was thinking about doing some asteroid mining.
Yeah, I'm actually Elon. Elon is like, there's certain things I like about him, and there's certain things I don't like about him.
Same.
This space stuff is his good side.
Yes.
But he came going into politics and gender diverse people trying to affect their life. That is wrong. It's like a scales, like a seesaw, with Musk, and also what kind of actually might have tipped the scales a bit, where it could risk him being involved with space exploration, was him being a bit more pro-war. That tipped the scales for him to and that same the day after that, his rocket blew up.
I seen that. But also we had rockets, like we're shielded. The earth is quarantined, kind of. They don't want weapons in space. They don't want nukes in space. They don't want these destructive weapons that could cause harm to not only their ships but transportation. It would disrupt everything. When this thing goes off, nukes don't just level planets and destroy crops. There's other waves that come out from these nukes that are gravitational waves that are more than just that we can't even see the waves that come out.
Yeah, they travel through they go into hyperspace. And where these ships are traveling in hyperspace. So from inside, when you're in your warp bubble in your hyperspace, you would see the disturbance as you're traveling. It's like, whoa, what's happening? Yeah, let's slow down and have a look. Let's pop out and see what's happening. And that's what happens.
Like throwing a rock in the pond, and seeing the big explosion come up.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's interesting. Like I was interested from the moment that I saw that embassy. Like that I looked at it, and the only word that came to mind was beautiful. That's it. It is. It's gorgeous.
It is.
And that's what we should be striving for. And that's what we're going to be doing here in this podcast. We're going to be doing a lot more with mental preparation, a lot more with psychic preparation, a lot more with getting you tuned. I even have the entire gateway process tapes, which I don't know if I believe in it totally, but it has some science behind it. The Hemi-sync method, with dual sounds on each ear, one being higher than the other, and your brain transferring into one, making it one sound, and both sides of your brain is now connected, into one instead of working separately. We'll be getting into a lot of that. But like you said, the next, we're going to start from the basics. That's what we should do.
Yeah, I'm very happy that you very much appreciate the idea of the embassy. I even got the symbol of infinity tattooed on my neck.
Lovely.
On my chest there. So, and that's going to be on top of the building.
I can't wait. That is going to be, listen, when that is built, I hope 10 years from now, this podcast is still going, because we will do a live on location at there, because it is just, it's something that everyone should look at and say, that is what I should strive for. That is peace, love, connection. That is what the embassy is all about there. Is connecting with others that you're not going to share all the same opinion. You might go in there and see a mantis being and, look at it and be like, whoa, you're pretty tall, but
Yeah.
it's not like he's going to eat you. Because
Mm,
if he really wanted to, his technology would just cut the world in half. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's going to be the first people are going to be there. It'll be the creators of Earth people.
Yes.
And as time goes on, there's going to be different kinds of people coming from the Elohim Star Nation. They're going to be like all kinds of people, all kinds of shapes and sizes. So because they're going to be providing, because it's a galactic community out there. That's why I like your background, because it's got all the different people there from the different planets and things, and I like it.
Now, have you guys figured out yet? Or now, once it's built, have they figured out yet about communication wise? Like, are we going to be seeing an antenna there as well, trying to maybe blast out binary code to certain star systems to try to?
It will actually be, as you would say, quantum. When you were talking about
with 5, right?
You were the with the thing that you got there, something like that.
Okay.
And there's a possibility that it will also be connected to the internet. Okay. Well, I have an idea which I want to speak with the Elohim Star Nation, where they can have like a you have the like a computer that connects to the computer off world, and then on the computer you have it translates all the different languages into your language of your computer or your browser or your phone or your tablet, and you'll be able to read and learn by scrolling through, and it's like information that's off world, like on your tablet. It's gonna be. That's what I'm hoping to be done.
That would be very cool. Almost like I said, almost like
that will kind of like as well help people to learn. That this isn't made up. Because some people they when they're in the initial footage, like even though I might be there or I will be there because I want to be there in person. They'll see me on camera, but the people who know me would say, "Oh, that's Danielle." I know her. She so it's real. But other people who don't know me and that they're going to say, "Is this staged or what?" But since if you have like the computers connected up, of course they will kind of keep certain technologies. Until humanity's ready, because it's going to, and eventually they will unlock, as the Earth starts to get more understanding, and they start things will start to unlock. Yeah.
No, I can see that. That would be awesome. That is something that I am definitely looking forward to, because it's almost going to be like the Star Trek movie of First Contact, when the ship comes down and everybody's coming over. The world fell apart, but they're here to save us. They're here to help. They're not here to. If they really wanted to hurt us, like it would have been over a long time ago.
Yeah, because also the other promises I want to bring out as well. I myself, I'm first going to talk about Turtle Island.
Okay, go ahead.
It's actually part of wanting to introduce paradism and geneocracy, but where the First Nations actually get their Turtle Island back. That's what I'm wanting to do. But the change won't be drastic. All it is will be a change of leadership. That's it.
Yeah. That sounds great.
Yes, and what is also mentioned is for because when I was I'm a hybrid. I was born with I've got 3 parents. And I've got an Earth father, Earth mother, and then a Star mother. And when I was born with both sexes,
Okay.
and then I was mutilated. And let's become part of the promise that gender diverse people, if they feel that if they've been mutilated like me, or they want to change because their minds,
Mm-hmm.
their brains, why is not matching with the body, just recreate them a new body, and they transfer the consciousness over.
Which it does make sense
Um,
because you
yeah,
know
yeah,
you have alien beings that do that. They don't like the way they
yeah,
look. They change themselves. They sculpt
yeah,
themselves
yeah,
different. It's the same with us.
yeah, yeah.
If I think, hey, I don't look that good, you know, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go to a plastic surgeon. Everybody does that. You know, I'm not doing
Yeah,
it because
yeah,
I don't want to do anything artificial.
this would be better because it'll be a completely new body in the way that you would be happy, because happiness, love, and compassion will be like the major. And I don't think anybody will get bored. Some people say, "Oh, everyone's going to get bored." No, everyone's going to be so happy in doing what they want that,
It's going to be a new world.
yeah,
That's what it will be. It'll be a new world and hopefully a more peaceful one because
yes,
I let me tell you, I haven't watched the news in 2 weeks and I feel great. I don't even know what's going on. UFO stuff I listen to, but when it comes to like anything else, or this plane went down here, this over here, that I'm like, I don't want to hear about that stuff because
no,
it bothers my chi. It bothers my energy,
yeah,
and I like thinking peaceful thoughts all the time. I like being,
yeah.
myself and giggly and
Sometimes you do need to check up on what's happening.
yeah.
So you get an idea. So so that you can at least be prepared, like prep when you do your prepping.
Yeah, but you just don't want to get sucked into it.
Yeah, because whenever if anything happens, like and the world goes mad, like say for example the lights of the city goes out, and the lights are out for longer than a week.
Yeah.
That's when people are gonna get mad and violent, and the best thing to do is stay put where you are, lock yourself in, and as long as you got a supply that will last you a month or more.
Exactly.
Because it's gonna be bloody. And then eventually you'll hear it getting quiet as people are killing each other out. Things will start to get quiet, and I hope it doesn't get. I hope it doesn't get like this. I really do. I hope it doesn't.
With the AI models that I was looking into,
Uh-huh.
it said 56 years on the high end and 24 years on the low end because of our resource use.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not looking good for us if we don't change something that we're doing. And because we're the only species that is destroying the planet by taking all this stuff out of it, thinking that we're going to do something better by go somewhere else. I think we need to worry about where we're at now first, then worry about going to another planet.
Yeah. The first thing is the first contact. And things will it will be like a slow start, and then it would exponentially. Now, if it's like a first contact where it's like in your face, it will actually take longer than if there was an embassy. Because there'll be a lot of people being violent. They'll start to shoot at the sky and try and shoot them down and all that. So, there's some mad, like for example, I've experienced that where just in spaces on X, where people come to you, that they get their friends, and then all of a sudden they they say horrible things, and then they treat you like shit, like they like kick you off a space or block you, and all of a sudden, like it's like what I feel what's happening is they get to know you, and there's someone that doesn't like you, and then that someone is making stories about you behind that back, and
But you know what?
that's all it is. And it's bullshit, and people fall for it.
It is, and I don't fall for it. It's like, you know what? I like to think peaceful thoughts. Like I said, no peaceful thoughts. Oop, wait a minute. Got it. No peaceful thoughts. Or no, yeah, every peaceful thought. You know, that's what I think. You know, you have to be peaceful. If you don't go out in a peaceful manner, say I'm angry, but I'm gonna still try to do CE5. Do you think that I would have more of a chance if I'm angry connecting with a being of a higher intelligence that's not going to be happy? You know what I mean? Like that's kind of where I'm getting at. Like with energies, like if you have the right energy, you connect to the right loving source. Am I getting, you know what I mean? I don't know whether or not I was wording that wrong, but it's like, can someone connect to the wrong source?
I don't agree with you with that. What would usually happen? What would usually happen is if you connect to the right, you know, if you have love in yourself, and you project that love, they see that, they sense that, and they say, okay, we see somebody that we can talk to.
Okay.
But if you're not projecting love, if you're like pissed off and that, it's like they'll be like, yeah, we'll ignore that. We'll find somebody else to talk to.
That's so it's almost like you're magnetically unattractive now. Like they're shooting the other way away from you. Okay. No, I definitely understand that because I watch a lot of Stephen Greer, and he has a lot of really good insight when it comes to that. And I'm all about it. You know, the peaceful contact, the CE5,
yes,
everything, because that's the beginning of the beginning for humans. We're not even a level 1 civilization yet. And this will be our beginning. This will be our stepping stone to level 1. And I'm happy about that. I'm very happy.
Passing the great filter is what you can call it. Passing the great filter.
Yes, exactly. I couldn't have said it better. But yep, we're gonna wrap it up here on the podcast. But oh my gosh, it was great to have you on here. I want probably in the next couple days, you can find me on Facebook and we can get in touch. And
okay.
And
are you on X?
I'm on X. I'm on Facebook. I'm on YouTube. I'm on. You know, I'm sure I can leave you a comment or whatever. And then
on X and Facebook, I'm known as Danielle Alfstar. Yeah, we're on Facebook because we're in the alliance of the diplomatic extraterrestrial.
In there. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'd love to have you back on. I know
that's got the badge because I'm a member.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
So
I'm still trying to get involved with the science team of the embassy. I'm pending on that. I'm pending. So
yeah,
I sent in my CV. I've got my CV. Not CV. I mean, my qualifications. This is my qualifications. Bachelor of Science.
Nice.
So I wouldn't know why they're not responding. Why am I still pending? Maybe they're still trying to set shit up. I don't know.
They might be, but it was very nice to have you in here. And we are definitely going to have to do this again sometime.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely going to have to do this again. But I'll let you go now, and we'll talk after this. It was nice meeting you.
Thank you.
All right, so that was Lady Daniel Elfstar. I'm amazed. I'm happy. That's the way we should end the show every time, on a good note, on a great note, that there is someone out there doing the work. It's not just someone saying something. It's not just someone saying, "Hey, I have something, but I can't show you." Someone's doing the work, and that's the great thing about the embassy and what they are doing. As soon as this is over, and when we post this back on Facebook, in the comments and everything, I'm going to put links into the embassy. It's a great place to show you everything that is going on great in the world, good. And it's something different that it needs to happen. It needs to happen now, and it should have happened. It should have happened a long time ago. But I thank you guys for being here for the first episode of the Galactic Family Podcast. And like we believe, truth over secrecy. And the only quote that even means anything to us in the Galactic Family Podcast is that, and you can read it at the bottom, we are all one species born of Earth to spread liberty and justice throughout the galaxy. That's what I believe. Liberty and justice. Truth over security, over secrecy. That's the way it should be. And I hope to see you guys on here for the next podcast. We'll keep you informed.